The world of the bold and the beautiful has always been about family dynamics, ambition, and high-stakes drama. And at the center of it all is Bill Spencer, a man whose larger-than-life persona has cast a long shadow over his children, while his older sons, Liam and Wyatt, have carved their own paths, sometimes clashing with their father. It's Bill's youngest, Will Spencer, who's set to present him with one of his greatest challenges yet. Will, once the bright, ambitious, and precocious child, destined to follow in his father's business empire, is now on the verge of choosing a very different path. And it's one that Bill may not be ready to accept. The prodigal son's new direction. As Will matures into a young man, it becomes clear that he's no longer the boy who idolized his father's powerful presence and corporate empire. For years, Bill had envisioned his youngest son taking up the mantle at Spencer Publications, molding Will into his successor to one day run the billion-dollar business. Bill had always been the type of father to push his children toward greatness, instilling in them a drive for success and an appetite for control. Will, however, has other ideas. Recently, Will has started showing a deep passion for environmental activism, a far cry from the ruthless business world his father inhabits. While Spencer Publications deals in media, real estate, and other industries where profit and power come first, Will has grown increasingly concerned with climate change, conservation, and social justice. His desire to make a positive impact on the world has taken precedence over the cutthroat ambition his father once tried to instill in him. At first, Bill assumed that this was just a phase, something Will would eventually grow out of. But as time passes, Will's commitment to his new path only deepens. He starts attending rallies, joining environmental organizations, and even considering a career in law or activism to fight for causes he cares about. This new direction is completely out of sync with Bill's expectations, and tensions between father and son start to rise. Bill struggled to understand for Bill Spencer. The idea that one of his children wouldn't want to follow in his footsteps is almost unfathomable. Liam and Wyatt, despite their differences, have both been involved in the family business in one way or another, even when their morals clashed with Bill's more aggressive tactics. But Will's path is diverging so far from the corporate world that Bill feels a growing sense of frustration and, in truth, fear. Bill has always seen himself as the patriarch who knows what's best for his family, and he prides himself on being able to shape their futures. So when Will starts voicing his desire to pursue activism, Bill dismisses it at first, trying to pull his son back into the family fold. Spencer men don't waste time with pipe dreams, Bill tells him during one particularly heated conversation. We build empires. We make things happen. But Will, no longer the young boy eager to please his father, stands his ground. I don't want to just make things happen for the sake of money, Dad, he replies. I want to make a difference. This moment marks a turning point for Bill. He realizes that his usual tactics of persuasion, bribery, intimidation, and his trademark charisma aren't working on Will. His son is committed to a cause that Bill doesn't fully understand or respect, and it's starting to dawn on him that he can't control Will's future the way he always envisioned. Katie's influence. In the midst of this father-son struggle, Katie Logan, Will's mother, plays a pivotal role. Katie, who has always been the more grounded and empathetic parent, sees the value in Will's passion and tries to serve as a bridge between him and Bill. She knows how important it is for Will to follow his heart, and she encourages him to pursue his dreams, even if they don't align with Bill's vision. During one emotional conversation with Bill, Katie points out the deeper issue at play. You're not upset that Will wants to help people. You're upset because you're afraid of losing him. But Bill, you can't control his life. Bill, however, has a hard time admitting this to himself. To him, Will's rejection of the business world feels like a rejection of him personally. It challenges the legacy Bill has spent his entire life building, and it leaves him questioning whether he's done something wrong as a father. Katie's words plant a seed of reflection in Bill, but he's still not ready to fully embrace Will's new path. A father's reckoning. As the tension between Bill and Will escalates, there's a key moment when Bill's facade cracks. Will, feeling increasingly suffocated by his father's expectations, announces that he's taking a gap year after high school to travel abroad and work with environmental organizations. This decision stuns Bill, who had assumed that Will would go straight to college and then start working at Spencer Publications. "What are you doing, Will? Throwing away your future?" Bill asks, his voice tight with frustration and concern. "I'm not throwing it away," Will responds, his voice calm but firm. "I'm choosing my own future." Bill is left speechless, grappling with the reality that his son is walking a path that he can't control. He realizes that pushing Will harder will only push him further away, and for the first time in his life, Bill Spencer, the man who always gets what he wants, is faced with something he can't force into submission: his son's independence. The path forward. In the weeks that follow, Bill's inner turmoil is evident to those around him. He confides in Brooke Logan, his longtime confidant, about his fears of losing Will. Brooke, ever wise, reminds him that loving a child means supporting them, even when their choices don't align with our own. This advice resonates with Bill. While it's not in his nature to admit defeat, he starts to understand that this isn't about winning or losing. It's about letting his son grow into his own person. In a heartfelt moment, Bill approaches Will and, for the first time, truly listens to what his son has to say. They sit down, not as father and son locked in a battle of wills, but as two individuals. Bill still doesn't fully understand Will's passion for activism, but he starts to see that his son's determination and drive are things to be admired, even if they're not directed toward the family business. "I don't get it," Bill admits, his voice soft but sincere. "But I'm proud of you for standing up for what you believe in." Will smiles, recognizing that this is as close to approval as he's going to get from his father. It's enough for now. What's next for Bill and Will? While Bill Spencer may never fully embrace his son's unconventional path, this moment of understanding marks a new chapter in their relationship. As Will continues to pursue his passion for activism, Bill will have to learn to let go of his need to control and trust that his son will find his way. The bond between father and son may be tested, but in the end, Bill's love for Will guide him toward acceptance, no matter how difficult the journey might be.